Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was talking to a guy who owns a 2018 F-150, and he told me something that honestly stuck with me. He said, "My truck never just breaks. It always warns me first, and I always ignore it." And that one sentence is basically the whole video you're about to watch. Because in this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 warning signs that a lot of Ford owners feel, hear, or even smell, and then just brush off. Little things. A weird smell after parking. A shift that feels a bit off. A rattle for like 3 seconds in the morning. Stuff that doesn't feel like a big deal in the moment. But every single one of these 10 things has turned into a repair bill worth thousands of dollars for somebody. So stick around, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to check, what to listen for, and what to never, ever ignore in your Ford. Alright, let's get into it. A lot of Ford owners think they're saving money by just not dealing with small stuff. You know the type of thing. A little vibration here, a slightly rough shift there, some oil around the engine that's probably fine, a coolant smell that shows up and then disappears, a noise that you've convinced yourself is just how the truck sounds now. Here's the thing though, almost none of the expensive Ford repairs show up out of nowhere. They don't start with smoke pouring out of the hood, or a truck that just dies in traffic. They start quiet, small, easy to explain away. And then one day, quiet turns into a bill that makes your stomach drop. So before you keep driving around telling yourself everything's fine, let's go through the 10 signs you really shouldn't be ignoring. Because catching these early is usually the difference between a $200 fix and a $4,000 nightmare. Number 1. Rough shifting that starts to feel normal. This one is huge, and it sneaks up on people. The transmission starts shifting a little harder than it used to. Maybe going from first to second, maybe when you're slowing down and then hitting the gas again. It's not dramatic. The truck still drives, the engine still runs fine, so most people just keep going. But here's what I want you to understand. That rough shift is not something you should just get used to, especially in the newer automatic Ford trucks and SUVs. A harder shift can come from a bunch of things. Low fluid, old fluid that's broken down, a software calibration issue, the adaptive learning in the transmission getting thrown off, problems with the valve body, or just plain wear on internal parts. And the longer you keep driving around with a transmission that's shifting wrong, the more heat and stress you're putting on it every single time you drive. The scary part is how normal it starts to feel. People genuinely start saying things like, "Oh, that's just how my truck shifts now." No. A transmission shouldn't bang. It shouldn't slam. It shouldn't hesitate. Or delay every day, like, that's just its personality. So if your Ford is shifting differently than it used to, don't wait for it to get worse. Check the fluid level if your model lets you do that. Make sure whoever's been working on it used the correct fluid. Get it scanned for transmission codes. And yes, do this even if there's no check engine light on, because plenty of transmission issues don't trigger one right away. And if your specific Ford is known for having software updates for the transmission, go find out if the latest calibration has actually been installed. Early on, this is often a simple, cheap fix. Ignore it for months though, and it stops being simple. Number 2. That coolant smell after you park. You know the smell I'm talking about. That sweet smell hanging around the front of the vehicle after you shut it off. Do not just brush this one off. That smell usually means coolant is leaking from somewhere, and it deserves real attention. Coolant can leak from a bunch of spots: hoses, the radiator itself, the water pump, the thermostat housing, the heater core, the reservoir, or just a fitting that's gone bad. Sometimes it's obvious. There's an actual puddle under the truck, but a lot of the time, it only leaks while the engine's hot and under pressure, and by the time it cools down and you go look, it's already evaporated. That's exactly why people say, "I smell coolant, but I don't see any leak anywhere." It means the leak is happening somewhere you're not catching it. And low coolant is genuinely dangerous, because it leads to overheating, and overheating can wreck an engine fast. On some Ford engines, we're talking warped parts, blown gaskets, turbo damage, or serious internal problems. The mistake I see people make constantly is just topping off the coolant over and over instead of finding the actual leak. Coolant doesn't just vanish for no reason. If that level keeps dropping, something is wrong, full stop. So if you're smelling coolant, check the reservoir when the engine's cold. Look for that dried white, orange, or pink residue around hoses and fittings. That's usually where old leaks have been. Check around the water pump specifically. And please, never crack open that coolant cap while the engine's hot. A tiny coolant leak today really can turn into a blown engine tomorrow if you let it ride. Number 3. The timing chain rattle when you start it cold. If your Ford makes a rattling sound for a few seconds every time you start it up cold, please don't just shrug that off. That short rattle can come from the timing chain tensioners, the guides, the cam phasers, or just a delay in oil pressure. And on certain Ford engines, especially the turbocharged ones, a noise like that can turn into something serious if you keep ignoring it. A lot of owners only notice it first thing in the morning, and then it goes away after a few seconds, so they figure it's harmless. But that rattle can actually be telling you that something inside the timing system isn't holding tension the way it should. If the chain stretches, the guides wear down, or the phasers start failing, you're looking at rough running, stored codes, power loss, and in the worst cases, real internal engine damage. This is also exactly why oil changes matter as much as people say they do. Dirty oil, or the wrong oil, will wear timing components out faster than they should. These modern Ford engines lean heavily on clean, proper oil pressure to run their variable valve timing systems correctly. So if you're hearing that cold start rattle, record it on your phone. Check your oil level, confirm you're actually running the correct oil grade for your engine, and get the timing system looked at before this becomes a much bigger, much more expensive problem. A noise that only lasts 3 seconds can still end up costing you thousands if you let it go on long enough. Number 4. Turbo lag that suddenly feels a lot worse. If you're driving an EcoBoost and it just feels weaker than it used to, don't automatically blame the weather, the gas station you filled up at, or the mileage on the truck. EcoBoost engines need air, fuel, spark, boost pressure, and a bunch of sensors all working together in sync. If even one piece is off, the truck might still drive, but it's not going to feel right. Losing power can be caused by a boost leak, dirty sensors, ignition coils on their way out, worn spark plugs, a wastegate issue on the turbo, condensation in the intercooler, a clogged air filter, or a fuel delivery problem. Any one of those can knock the whole system out of balance. The mistake I see a lot is people continuing to drive it hard because, hey, it still runs. But if it's not building boost correctly, or it's misfiring under load, you can do real damage to expensive parts pretty quickly. Pay attention if you notice hesitation when you hit the gas, a rough idle, shaking under boost, worse fuel economy than usual, or a check engine light that flickers specifically under load. Spark plugs deserve a special mention here, especially on turbocharged Fords. Worn plugs cause misfires, and misfires can actually feel like the transmission is slipping. I've seen so many owners convinced their transmission is going bad, when really, the engine is just misfiring under acceleration. So if your EcoBoost feels weaker than it used to, don't guess. Get it scanned. Check the misfire counts. Look at the plugs and coils. Check for boost leaks. The earlier you figure out what's actually going on, the cheaper the fix almost always is. Number 5. Brake vibration at highway speed. A shaking steering wheel when you brake isn't just an annoying quirk. It's a warning sign, plain and simple. A lot of Ford owners notice a vibration when they brake from highway speed. At first it's minor, barely noticeable. Then slowly, it gets worse. This can come from warped rotors, uneven pad deposits, worn suspension parts, loose wheel bearings, or even tire issues. The danger here is that people keep driving because, well, the brakes still stop the truck. But brake problems affect your safety, your control of the vehicle, your tire wear, and the stress on your suspension. If your Ford shakes when you brake, especially while towing or coming down a hill, you need to take that seriously. Think about it. Trucks are heavy. SUVs are heavy. Now add passengers, cargo, or a trailer on top of that, and your brakes are working overtime. Heat builds up fast under those conditions, and cheap pads or lower quality rotors just can't handle that kind of heat well. If your brake pedal pulses, your steering wheel shakes, or the truck pulls to one side when you brake, get the braking system inspected. Don't wait around for that vibration to turn violent. Yeah, a brake job costs money, but losing control of your truck because you ignored the warning signs is a whole different kind of expensive. Number 6. Oil leaks that look small. A few drops of oil in your driveway might not look like much, but oil leaks basically never fix themselves. Ford owners tend to ignore small oil leaks because, again, the vehicle still runs fine. But those leaks can be coming from valve cover gaskets, the oil pan gasket, turbo oil lines, the rear main seal, timing covers, oil filter adapters, or even the drain plug. Here's the thing. The problem isn't just that you're losing oil. It's where that oil ends up going. It can drip onto hot exhaust parts and create a burning smell. It can eat away at rubber components over time. It can create a mess that hides other leaks underneath it. And if your oil level drops low enough, you can do serious engine damage really fast. A small leak can also turn into a much bigger one under pressure, especially during highway driving or towing, when everything under the hood is working harder. The smart move is to catch it early. Clean the area up, check underneath after you drive, keep an eye on your oil level regularly, and don't assume it's harmless just because the puddle looks small right now. Oil is a lot cheaper than an engine. Keep that in mind. Number 7. Ignoring those suspension clunks. A clunk from the front end isn't just old truck noise. I hear that excuse a lot, and it's just not true. Ford trucks and SUVs can develop noises from ball joints, control arms, sway bar links, tie rods, struts, shocks, bushings, or wheel bearings. It usually starts small, maybe only over bumps. Then it starts happening when you turn. Then it just keeps getting louder. A lot of owners keep driving because the vehicle still feels fine overall. But worn suspension parts affect your steering, your braking, your tire wear, and the overall stability of the vehicle. And a loose front-end component can genuinely become dangerous if it fails while you're driving at speed. The biggest tell is usually uneven tire wear. If your Ford is chewing through tires, pulling to one side, shaking, or clunking, something needs attention, and soon. Please don't just replace the tires and ignore the suspension underneath them. New tires will wear out just as fast if the real problem never actually got fixed. A clunk is basically your truck asking you to get it looked at before something gives out. Number 8. Battery and electrical issues that keep coming back. Modern Fords are absolutely loaded with electronics. Sensors, computer modules, cameras, the infotainment screen, the charging system, start-stop systems, driver assist features. All of it depends on stable, healthy voltage to work correctly. And that's exactly why a weak battery can cause the strangest problems you've ever seen. Some owners see warning lights popping up, glitchy screens, random error messages, hard starts, or an intermittent no-start issue, and they immediately assume some expensive module has failed. But a lot of the time, the real problem is just a weak battery, a bad ground, a loose terminal, a failing alternator, or a voltage drop somewhere in the system. The mistake is replacing expensive parts before even checking the basics. If your Ford starts acting electronically weird, test the battery first. Then check the charging system. Inspect the terminals and grounds while you're at it. Low voltage can genuinely make a perfectly good vehicle act possessed. And if your Ford has auto start-stop, battery health matters even more, because those systems are extremely sensitive to voltage and overall battery condition. Before you go blaming the computer for anything, make sure the power supply behind it is actually healthy. Number 9. Skipping the differential and transfer case service. Most Ford owners remember to change their engine oil. Some even remember the transmission fluid. But almost everyone forgets about the differential and the transfer case completely. If you drive a Ford truck or a 4x4 SUV, these parts genuinely matter. The differential is what sends power out to the wheels. The transfer case is what splits power between the front and rear axles on four-wheel drive models. Both of these use fluid, and just like every other fluid in your truck, it breaks down over time. Towing, off-roading, water crossings, heavy loads, and heat all make that fluid work harder and wear out faster. Old differential fluid loses its protective properties. Low fluid can cause whining, grinding, overheating, and gear wear that only gets worse. Transfer case issues can show up as binding, strange noises, or problems engaging four-wheel drive when you actually need it. The scary part is that these components often don't give you a big obvious warning before damage has already started happening. So if your Ford has never had differential or transfer case service done, go check the maintenance schedule and take a look at the fluid condition. This matters even more if you tow, haul heavy loads, or drive off-road regularly. Number 10. Waiting for the check engine light to become serious. The check engine light is not there for decoration. It's a warning, and it deserves to be treated like one. But so many Ford owners ignore it. As long as the vehicle still drives normally, they think, I'll deal with it later. Then weeks go by, then months. And the whole time, whatever caused that light in the first place could be damaging other parts of the vehicle. A simple oxygen sensor issue can quietly hurt your fuel economy. A misfire can damage your catalytic converter over time. A small evaporative emissions leak can be masking other problems underneath it. A turbo-related code might be pointing to a boost or sensor issue. A transmission code could be warning you before something actually fails on you. The worst-case scenario is a flashing check engine light. That usually means there's a serious misfire happening right now. Continuing to drive with that flashing can wreck your catalytic converter and turn a moderate repair into a genuinely expensive one. Don't try to guess based on the light alone. Get the code scanned. Look at the freeze frame data if you can. Figure out when the issue actually happened. Was the engine cold? Was the truck under load? Was it at highway speed? A code doesn't always tell you exactly which part to replace, but it tells you exactly where to start looking. Throwing parts at a Ford without an actual diagnosis is one of the fastest ways to waste real money. So here's the bottom line. Most expensive Ford repairs don't come out of nowhere. Your truck usually gives you small warnings first. A rough shift, a coolant smell, a cold start rattle, a little vibration, a small leak, a warning light you keep telling yourself you'll deal with later. The mistake isn't that owners don't care, most of them do. The mistake is that they wait too long to act on what their truck is already telling them. So if you own a Ford, especially a high-mileage truck or SUV, just pay attention. How it starts up, how it shifts, how it brakes, how it sounds, how it smells, how it feels when it's working hard. Because your Ford doesn't have to break down suddenly to end up costing you a fortune. A lot of the time, it warns you quietly first. If this helped you, drop a comment and let me know which one of these your truck is doing right now. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's a good time.